What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back on another video. Road to 300 subscribers. In today's video, I was just thinking about a video idea, and I was just couldn't helping to realize that John Morant hasn't been the same John Morant that he has been in the last couple seasons. It's like he's lacking the aggressiveness, and the Memphis Grizzlies are still a top two seed in the NBA, but they could be way better if John Morant actually started to play like the John Morant in the past. Yes, he wasn't an All-Star this year, and they have an All-Star in Jaren Jackson Jr., but this season it really looks like Jaren is the best player on this team. Like, I know Jaren's nice, whatever, and it just really looks like Ja's taking a back seat this season, and Desmond Bane is still playing how Desmond Bane plays, but this all falls on John Morant, in my opinion. Like, if they want to win games, it's all down to their superstar point guard, who's supposed to be one of the best point guards in the league, and he hasn't been acting like that. And it's been Jaren Jackson Jr. being one of the best big men in the league and one of the best defenders in the league. In my opinion, I think he's top three. It's either him, Wemby, or AD. But Jaren has been good this season. Jaren has averaged 23.6 rebounds and 2 assists. Looks like he's finally he's been taking the scoring leap, but the last two seasons when John Morant was out, he really took the leap, showing he was the number one option on this team with John Morant out. And it looks like John Morant has really taken a back seat to Jaren. Like, I don't know why, but let's get into his previous seasons. Like, in the 2019-2020 season, he averaged basically 18 points per game, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. He won Rookie of the Year. We know that already. In the 2020-2021 season, he averaged 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 7.5 assists. Again, him having a step-up season from his rookie season. They made the playoffs. I believe they were the 8th seed. They beat the Warriors in the play-in. And the next season, the Memphis Grizzlies were in the playoffs. He averaged 27.5 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, and 6 assists, having his best season in the NBA. 2022, John Morant was one of the most explosive players in the game, and he was undoubtedly a top 10 player in the NBA at that time. Like, there was no ifs, ands about it. He was being labeled as the best point guard in the league. And this season, I really haven't seen the same love for John Morant as we've seen in the previous years. Like, I am a John Morant fan. I love watching John Morant play, but as you can tell, you can see that John Morant isn't as aggressive as he used to be. He's deferring, like he's deferring as a passer now. And the next season and this season, the next season, the 2022-2023 season, he averaged 26.6 rebounds and 8 assists, showing that he was still being aggressive. He was just being a playmaker with it. And now it's like he doesn't even do that anymore. So I don't know. Like, this all started with the injuries. Like, the injuries started to pile up for Ja. Like, people aren't labeling him as injury prone, but it's starting to look like Ja Morant is a little bit of injury prone, because it's being overshadowed by the NBA. It's being overshadowed by the Memphis Grizzlies being such a great team. Like, they have so much depth around Ja Morant, so they don't really need him to be this scoring threat as he was in the previous years. But I'm looking for a more exciting Ja. Like, Ja said he doesn't want to dunk anymore, so I guess I can accept that. But at least we can see you drive to the rim and do explosive layups. Like, you have one of the best layup packages in the NBA, and you don't really do that. You just defer to Jaren Jackson Jr. in the post, I guess, and it's an easy bucket. So I don't see why you would stop that. But at the same time, I know NBA fans, people who watch the NBA, they loved seeing John Morant in that 2022-2023 season. And the 2023-2024 season, he got injured 9 games in, and he looked like John Morant from the past. Like, he averaged 25 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 8 assists in 9 games last season. And I thought this season John Morant would come back on a mission, and it really hasn't looked like he's been on a mission, because there has been a lot of injuries this season to him. So I don't know. Like, I hope John Morant is just saving this for the playoffs, because the Memphis Grizzlies are going to be a playoff team. There's no doubt about it. They are the 2nd seed for a reason right now, and they were one of the best teams in the NBA. Like, they are hard to beat, bro. Like, I'm telling you, the 2nd seed, they're in a dog fight with the Nuggets right now. The Nuggets are 36-19. The Grizzlies are 36-18, and the Rockets are 34-21. The Lakers are 32-20. So like I keep saying in every video, like the West Coast teams are, it's like a dogfight for every single game this season. Like, you need to win. Like, there's no doubt about it. But like I said, the team around Ja Morant, it's not like they need him to do whatever he does, because last season with Ja Morant out, Desmond Bane averaged 23.5 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. He took another leap this season without Ja Morant, actually, him having to be one of the best scorers on this team next to Jaren Jackson Jr. It was a 1-2 punch with them and G.G. Jackson, who's coming off the bench now, coming back from his injury. So it's a lot that the Grizzlies have. So I can't really. This isn't a knock on Ja Morant. Like I said, he could have still been an all-star, but there were so many. There were so many better guards in the Western Conference this season that they just overshadowed Ja. And ever since Ja Morant has been like superstar Ja Morant, there hasn't been this many guards that's overshadowing him. Like, I seen somebody on Twitter saying Cade Cunningham was better than him, and I can't really knock that, because Cade is nice and Cade is leading this Pistons team to an over 500 record for the first time since the fucking Blake Griffin days. So what can you say? You can't knock Cade Cunningham and bring Ja Morant up at the same time, because Ja Morant's not being the same player that he was. And in this season, Desmond Bane is averaging 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 5.5 assists. And Desmond Bane got better at playmaking too, so that's more of a non-pressure point for Ja Morant. But hopefully, I just want to see like a crazy scoring outburst from Ja Morant, like we got before this season. Like, because the 20 points per game, that's not Ja Morant. Like, the game doesn't tell you. These stats don't tell you what Ja Morant actually does. Like, because this is a career low season ever since the 2020-2021 season when he broke out. He's having his sophomore year season stats, which I didn't expect this to happen at all. Like, if I would have made a prediction about Ja Morant, I would have said he would have been a top 10 player this season, and it looks like he hasn't been, and he was snubbed from all. I can't even say snubbed, because Norman Powell could have made it before him. I made a video on Norman Powell yesterday, but Ja Morant is Ja Morant, so I can't say that I expect him to be much worse than he is now, because he's only going to get better. Like I said, he's been injured for the last couple seasons, so maybe it's going to take him time to get back to fully healthy like he was in the past years, like dunking on niggas, scoring at will, crossing niggas. Like, I don't know, but this is my opinion on Ja Morant in this season so far. The second half of the season is about to start. It's All-Star weekend, slam dunk, 3-point all today. So let me know how y'all feel about Ja Morant's season so far. Subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. I got some videos right here. If you enjoyed this video you just watched, video on the right and video on the left, and click on it.